2 songs, Problems Everywhere, Ram Dance Master, and the last one, No Disrespect.
You can literally, to use your term, you can almost visualize the breast milk run off a mouth corner.
Yeah, man, young
thing.
dude.
Yeah, the voice young.
That is one of the hallmarks of Jamaica's artists. They all started out very young, even pre-teen. You know, people like Beanie Man, Garnett Silk,
Dennis
Brown, Delroy Wilson.
Yeah,
a lot of them start out be teenagers or pre-teens.
Yeah, but he had been around the sound system for a while, it appears, because based on the kind of sounds, Conquering Lion, Soul Remembrance, Pepper's Discourse, Terraphonic, just to name a few.
And Roof, as they would say, Roof International.
Yeah, Roof International.
Roof International.
Yeah, but he been thing. Now he met Tony Rebel through the same sound system thing, and basically start to spar with him from, around that time. It's about early 1980s.
Yes.
By this time, the country is now kind of settling down. The DJ dancehall thing is now in vogue, and hence his association with the DJ thing. And for quite a while, this is how he maintained himself. And in fact, according to the scribes, it was a meeting with Derek Morgan, because Derek Morgan is listening to him and realized he have a good voice, he have a good singing voice, and would suggest, that you should try and take up the singing. But he knocked head again with Sugar Minott's Youth Man promotion.
Richie, we cannot understate the importance of Sugar Minott's Youth Man promotion in the development of young artists, a young cadre of artists, people like Michael Lickshot Palmer, Wayne Smith. Sugar Minott had a stable of upcoming artists that was there ready to replenish those artists who were on their way out. And since then, as we have seen in the now 2000s into the 2020s, sadly there is no grooming that is there right now.
Again, okay, if you go back, think about that, because Beanie Man came from the Shocking Vibes crew.
Right.
Vibes Cartel, the Gaza Gully thing with Bounty Killer. So that stable is there. The influence may be a little bit different now. And in fairness, the 1970s into the early 1980s, the music was a little bit different. And again, people like a Sugar Minott and the older artists who had come through the system wasn't unprepared to lend their own management abilities to things. Today, and we talked about it, in another show where we looked at the kind of influences. So a lot have to do with who the influences were. Remember, again, coming out of the 1970s and so on, you have people like a Bonnie Lee, you have the same Coxsone.
You had the two. You had Studio One, you had Treasure Isle, you had Bonnie Striker Lee, and you had other stables. But the difference between then and now, I believe, and we don't want to get too caught up in mentality or another, but is the disrespect shown to the music, and you'll see it when if you try to play a certain kind of music, you're kind of old people music, everything which shows that they don't respect the music. But Garnett Silk, he did a couple of early songs, did a duet with Chevelle Franklin, and he also did a couple other songs that, early songs that he did, Yassa Safari, who, along with Tony Rebel, was, and Culture Knox, was instrumental in his early upbringing in the music.
In fact, they were the ones who helped his transformation into Rastafari. But it'd be interesting to, give a listen. That song he did with Chevelle Franklin, We Can Be Together.
That's a R&B cover version.
Hi there.
If you enjoyed that clip, go on over to our website at yawdmedia.com, where you can watch the entire broadcast at your leisure. And while you're there, why don't you check out our other reggae music features? And before you leave, pick up some of our Jamaican reggae merchandise, and hey, don't forget to tell your friends.
My name is Garth, otherwise known as Big G.
My name is Richie Blackford.